Today, some Ohioans felt the ground shake. You might not have, but machines picked it up in this part of the valley. And late tonight, the police chief shared new details on how young a school shooter was today in Wisconsin. The child who helped make the 911 call, just a second grader. Plus, News Center 7 watched tonight. People in this part of the valley furious about the mayor's crucial vote regarding their police departments.
I think we need new leadership, and I think that we need honest leadership.
People might have lost, but they promise this fight is not over.
Live, local, late breaking. From the WHIO Broadcast Center in Dayton, this is News Center 7.
New here, dogs attack them in Greene County. We talked with their owner today, upset about how vicious that attack was, and the fact nobody seems to be in trouble. Here's News Center 7's Amber Jenkins.
Darlene Hensley got two donkeys, Zeb and Ellie, to become emotional support for the community.
A lot of people's lives done a lot of emotional healing and trauma, but now he's the one that needs saved.
Zeb and Ellie are not celebrating their 4th anniversary of becoming therapy donkeys, but recovering from a vicious attack.
Animal attacks. We hear about it all the time. And now there's an attack that has come home in my life.
Hensley says 3 dogs broke into the donkey's pen and attacked Zeb and Ellie. She says the white donkey, Zeb, got the worst of the attack.
And I went and got towels and blankets, and I ended up holding Zeb on the ground right here in the mud and in a pool of his blood for about 2.5 hours before a equine vet could get here.
Hensley told me they're having trouble paying the expensive medical bills, and she needs to buy a new stall for Zeb once he's discharged to go home.
OSU, because he's in ICU, is probably going to be horrendous. The IV he had to go on yesterday, just the nutrition, because he's not eating, is about $500 a day alone. So the GoFundMe page is really going to make a big difference.
While the donkeys recover in a vet hospital at The Ohio State University, Hensley believes someone should be held accountable and tried to report the attack as a crime. She says she was told this attack was not a crime because the victim was an animal, not a person.
And I know they're donkeys, but they might as well be my children too. Now I don't feel safe with my grandchildren being on this property.
I reached out to Greene County Animal Control to clarify, but was told no comment at this time. I also reached out to the alleged owners of the dogs, but did not receive a response. In Spring Valley, Amber Jenkins, News Center 7.
Beating 6th-ranked Marquette Saturday night put the UD Flyers on an elite list today. The Associated Press ranked the men's team 22nd this afternoon. This is the first top 25 ranking for the Flyers this season. They have played well. Keep in mind they beat number 11 UConn in Hawaii last month. Grant's guys right now, 9 wins on the season, 2 losses. Tomorrow night they're back at the arena against UNLV. The Flyers hoping to protect their 24-game home winning streak. Quick reminder about next weekend's Browns-Bengals game. The NFL moved that game to right here on Channel 7, and it moved kickoff up to 1 p.m. The Patriots-Bills game, that's been pushed back to 4:25. And the Browns are going to have to do without running back Nick Chubb Sunday, or the rest of the season for that matter. He broke his foot during the game yesterday.
I can't tell you how much I respect him as a person, what he means to this football team. So really, really disappointed about this injury. Does not change the fact that he's continues to inspire this football team with how he approaches every single day.
Last year, his season ended in the second game. He had a bad knee injury and needed 2 surgeries. Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Chaney joins us. You know, you and I were talking coming back from dinner on my truck tonight. It said 57 degrees at 8 o'clock.
And I feel like coming back from dinner is where I really noticed that it wasn't as cold. I mean, so many nights we come back in here and it just hurts getting back in the building. But not the case tonight. It actually felt fairly nice out there tonight, and it still is ahead of the cold air that will arrive later on this week. Live look right now into Springfield. We have the roads drying out. The clouds are trying their best to clear out. And tonight, temperatures are still not that bad. In fact, right now we're still above our average high for this time of year. We're at 49 degrees currently here in Dayton, 45 out towards Versailles, and 49 degrees in Springfield. As we take a bigger look at things, we do find colder air off to our northwest, but you notice 30 degrees in Minneapolis. That's not super cold for them. 34 there in Cedar Rapids. So the air is cold off to the northwest, but not super cold. It'll be a gradual trend to get that Arctic air from Canada back into here over the next few days. But as we look at our 5-day temperature trend, it does eventually make it back. So look at Thursday, we're back with highs in the 30s, trending colder into Friday. Saturday, a high of only freezing, and then Sunday, that's when we dip back into the 20s. We'll have a little wintry weather to contend with as well. Let's see how we get there. Right now, the cold front's exiting. Rain showers are exiting. It sets us up for a dry start to the day. So out the door tomorrow morning, you do not need the rain gear, but with the first of the colder air starting to work its way back in, that jacket will probably come in handy. Here's a look at Futurecast for tomorrow. Again, maybe a little patchy fog in the morning, but then a mostly sunny day. Temperatures in the 30s in the morning, warm to the upper 40s for highs tomorrow afternoon. Of course, it's a dry day. Wednesday, though, that's when we have to start thinking winter again. So here we are, pause the clock early on your Wednesday morning. Notice these temperatures, very close to freezing while rain is approaching from the southwest. As that rain hits the air that's near freezing, we may actually have a brief little wintry mix or some light freezing rain early Wednesday morning. But then as temperatures rise, any precipitation that we deal with during the rest of the day should be all rain as we climb to near 40 degrees. But it'll be a chilly rain at that. Temperatures trend colder as we go Thursday into Friday. We have another little system trying to work its way in on Friday. And with the colder air there, we could have some wet snowflakes mixing in with rain showers on Friday. But you see, both of these systems are not real big systems for us. They don't have a lot of moisture to work with. They don't have overly cold air. So it's just kind of annoying. A little freezing rain potentially Wednesday morning, little rain snow mix on Friday. That's all we really have to watch as we go through the next several days. I think the biggest weather story we will notice as we look at our Storm Center 7-day forecast, it's just the temperatures themselves. I mean, Saturday, very cold, low of 22 degrees, afternoon high of 32, and then Sunday, 19 in the morning. We're probably dealing with single-digit wind chills again, 29 degrees for that afternoon high, and we're still only in the 30s by next Monday.
All right, Austin, thank you. We've been warned. You know, with Christmas and Hanukkah next week, AAA thinks almost 120 million people will travel between next Saturday and New Year's Day. 107 million people will drive. And when it comes to flying, tickets are averaging about $370 round trip. That is higher than last year.
December is likely to be the best December in the history of United Airlines.
The busiest days to fly, Friday and Sunday before and after Christmas. Going out to dinner has its challenges. Where do you go? How much do you spend? Now the relief some might see when it comes to that bill.